Hello, beloveds. It is Wednesday night. It's November the 4th. I am back for our devotional. If you haven't already done so, I want you to go and back onto my YouTube channel and check out the video that I posted called Something Fishy. Because that goes along with tonight's devotional. I've already posted it, so you should be able to access it pretty easily. If you're having a problem with that, please let me know, and I'll make sure you're able to see it. So we are still learning about when Jesus fed the 5,000. We're talking about the fact that God is our provider. We've learned so much about God so far, and we're learning about who is God, trying to answer that question properly. And so we're going to continue talking about the fact that God is our provider. So go ahead, and if you need to, pause this video and go and watch our talk about video called Something Fishy. And you can pause this video and then come back when you're ready, because I have some discussion questions I want to talk to you about. I'll see you in a minute. All right. So if you've watched that video, you know that we're learning that God is our provider, and he took just a few loaves of bread and some fish and made enough to feed 5,000 men, plus women and children. So we have no idea truly how many he fed, but we know it was over 5,000. What's a food that you wish God would multiply for you? I have so many. Oh my goodness. Chocolate chip cookies. If you know Miss Jamie, you know that chocolate chip cookies are one of her favorites. I love chocolate chip cookies. No matter who makes them, no matter if I make them or someone else makes them, if they're from the grocery store, I love chocolate chip cookies. It's my absolute favorite dessert. It's unfortunately, my most favorite snack food, but I don't eat them. I try to resist the temptation. But if I can multiply, it would be cookies. Or donuts. Or French fries. I don't know. That's a tough one. All right. So, if you watch the video, you met our awesome friend Andy, right? And he tried his best to multiply a chocolate chip cookie. I mean, it would be my dream machine. What was wrong with Andy's plan to duplicate food? I mean, Genesis told Andy to focus more on the provider, right? Not multiplying our own food. She told him, she was even worried. She said, he's like, what could go wrong? And she said, explosions, all of these things could go wrong. And he said, because he was trying to be more like Jesus, right? But that's what Jesus wasn't trying to teach us in the story about feeding the 5,000. He wasn't trying to show us that we need to multiply our own food to be more like him, but to trust in our provider. And who is our provider? God is our provider. So we need to trust in him that he's going to provide for us. How can we focus on God as our provider? When we're in need, no matter what that might be, one of the ways that we can make sure to focus is focusing on prayer, focusing on what God has already told us to be true, focusing on what stories in the Bible have taught us, but making sure we know that God is always our provider, no matter what the need. Now, he may not give us everything we want, but he always provides us with what we need. He is our provider. He'll take care of our needs, so we don't have to try to multiply cookies to 5,000 cookies. We don't have to do that on our own. He provides it for us. Like I said, Jesus wasn't trying to teach us how to multiply our own food. He was asking us to trust in him, to trust in God, that God will provide all of our needs. We can trust that God will provide for us. Now, I've got a little story for you, because as we learn about the fact that God is our provider, sometimes it doesn't always feel that way, right? It doesn't always feel like he's providing enough. So, have you ever prayed for something and God didn't do what you asked, didn't give you what you think you need? So, I'm trying to think of some times I remember, and I think most of you are old enough to understand this, but there was a time